Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Speak English Daily. I'm Emma. What if I told you that just 15 minutes a day can improve your English more than 6 hours on the weekend? Sound crazy? Meet Louis. 3 months ago, he was crying because his English wasn't improving after 5 years in America. Today, he owns his own business and speaks confidently with everyone. What changed? Just 15 minutes every day. Today, I'm sharing Louis's complete transformation and the exact method that changed his life in 90 days. Have you ever planted a seed? Nothing happens for days. Then suddenly, a tiny green shoot appears. That's exactly what happened to Louis, and it's about to happen to you. Let me take you back to that terrible Saturday when Louis called me crying. This 35-year-old delivery driver was ready to quit because English was destroying his dreams. "Emma," he said, "I delivered food to a fancy office. The security guard asked me something. I just stood there, speechless. He looked at me like I was stupid." Here's what Louis was doing wrong. Every weekend, he would sit with English books for hours. Grammar books, vocabulary lists, practice tests. By Sunday night, his head was full of rules. He felt ready. But Monday morning, everything was gone. It's like putting water in a bucket with holes, he told me. Sound familiar? His brain was getting too much information, too fast, like drinking from a fire hose. You just get confused. But Louis didn't know this. He thought he wasn't smart enough. He was ready to give up. That's when I told him about Maria from Guatemala. She worked 3 jobs and 4 children, but only had 15 minutes of free time daily. Yet Maria achieved her dream of becoming a nurse using just those 15 minutes. Louis listened with wide eyes. Oh, if Maria can do it with only 15 minutes, maybe I can too. And that's when the magic began. We started on a Monday. He woke up 15 minutes earlier, nervous but excited. I have given him a simple plan. Listen to a short story 3 times. Tell it back to his mirror. Then write one thing to practice that day. Monday, Louis found a story about buying groceries. 2 minutes long. First listen. Didn't understand much. Second listen. Caught the main idea. Third listen, heard words cleanly. Then he talked to his bathroom mirror. "Honey, I heard about this guy today. He went to the store, bought milk and bread. The cashier was very nice." He wrote, "Today I learned cashier. Tomorrow I want to say thank you to my cashier." And he did. The next day, Louis looked his coffee shop cashier in the eye and said, "Thank you. Have a nice day." The cashier smiled big. "You too, friend." Luis called me that night, so excited. "Emma, I had a real conversation today." The pattern continued. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Different stories, same method. Each day, Luis understood more and spoke faster. By Friday, something incredible was happening. Luis was feeling different about English. For the first time in 5 years, "I feel like maybe I can do this," he told me. Saturday came. Old Luis would have studied for 6 hours. New Luis did his 15 minutes and went to the park with his family. His wife was shocked. Sunday night, Luis called with happy tears. "This week was different. English feels like my friend now, not my enemy." But the real magic was just beginning. Week 2 brought small changes. Week 3 was when everyone noticed. Luis's wife Carmen told me, "One morning I heard Luis singing in the shower in English. I hadn't heard him sing in years." Oh, his customers started commenting, "Hey, Luis, your English is getting really good." But the real test came in week 4. Luis was back at that same fancy office building, same security guard who had intimidated him before. This time, the guard said, "Hey, delivery guy, sign in here and wait for an escort." Old Luis would have panicked. New Luis looked him in the eye. "No problem, sir. What do I need to write? How long is the wait usually?" They had a 5-minute conversation about weather and traffic. When Luis left, the guard said, "Have a great day, buddy. See you next time." Luis sat in his truck and cried happy tears. He had done it. Month 2 brought bigger surprises. Luis started dreaming in English. He caught himself thinking in English while driving. His boss noticed, "Luis, customers love talking to you. How about training our new drivers?" "Train others?" Luis couldn't believe it. Month 3 brought the biggest change. With Carmen pregnant again, they needed more money. Luis had always dreamed of his own business, but felt his English wasn't good enough. Not anymore. Luis started a small catering delivery service. He had to handle customer calls, manage orders, solve problems, all in English. Now, let me be clear. Everyone's speed is different, but this is the average result I've seen with hundreds of students. Some see changes in 2 weeks. Others need 3 months. The important thing is consistency. Today, Luis has a successful business and confident English. But you know what he tells me is the best part? "Emma, English doesn't scare me anymore. It's my superpower now." Remember, this all started with just 15 minutes a day. Now you're probably thinking, "Emma, what was so special about Luis's 15 minutes? Here's what most people miss. It wasn't just the listening. It was what Luis did after that created the magic. Most people listen to English and think, okay, I listened, I'm done. But Luis made it personal and real. When Luis heard that grocery story, he connected it to his own life. He thought about his trips to the store. He used the new words the same day. This is living your English instead of studying your English. Let me tell you about Fatima from Morocco. She listens to English daily, studies grammar, knows thousands of words. But Fatima never speaks because she's afraid of mistakes. She waits for perfect English. Result? Fatima's English never improves. She knows English, but can't live it. Luis was different. From day one, he lived his English. Messy, imperfect, but real. Here's another secret. Luis made English emotional. When he told stories to his mirror, he used his hands, face, whole body. He laughed, acted surprised, got excited. Your brain remembers emotions better than facts. When Luis felt happy saying thank you to that cashier, his brain said, "This feels good. Remember this forever." Most people study with their minds only. Luis studied with his heart. The final secret? Luis never missed a day, not one. Even sick, even tired, even when he didn't feel like it. "Emma," he said, "I brush my teeth daily, right? Even when tired? Now English is like brushing teeth. I just do it." This consistency separates people who transform their English from those who stay stuck forever. Miss one day, break the magic chain. Miss 3 days, start building momentum again. But give your brain English daily, and English becomes part of you, natural, automatic, alive. My friends, Luis's story could be your story. Right now, today, you can start your own transformation. But I need to be honest with you. Those first few days will be hard. You might feel silly talking to your mirror. You might think 15 minutes is too short to make a difference. But remember Luis crying in his delivery truck that first day? Now he owns a business and trains other people. Remember Maria, the cleaning lady, with only 15 minutes? She's now a registered nurse, helping people every day. I know some of you here have already been practicing daily, day by day, step by step. Through the comments you leave on each video, I follow your journey every single day. I know many of you have started to fall in love with English, feeling more confident after 1 week, after 2 weeks, after 2 months. So many of you here are committed to this journey. Please remember, I'm always here with you. I wait for your comments every day to support you immediately if needed, to encourage you and give you more motivation. I'm so proud of all of you. And you also give me tremendous energy and motivation to create lessons as consistently as possible for you every day. Your story is waiting to be written, but only you can write it. Before you go to sleep tonight, decide, will tomorrow be day one of your transformation? Or will tomorrow be just another day of wishing your English was better? The choice is yours. The power is in your hands. And I'll be right here, cheering you on every step of the way. Thank you for listening to Speak English Daily. I'm Emma. Your 15 minutes of magic start now. Sweet dreams, and see you tomorrow.